All right, so you're thinking about grabbing yourself some Xero shoes Aqua X Sports, huh?
Yeah, they're getting a lot of attention lately.
They are.
Yeah.
It can be kind of hard to sort through all the info out there and know if a shoe is really for you or not.
Hmm.
So that's what we're here for today.
That's right.
We're going to be looking at a bunch of different stuff
Yeah.
about the Xero shoes Aqua X Sports.
Absolutely.
We've got some stuff from their website.
Yeah, I've got their product
We
descriptions.
got reviews from people who've actually worn them.
People who have been out there using them in the real world.
Even some expert opinions thrown in there for good measure.
Yeah. We're going to try to give you the full picture.
Our mission here is to give you everything you need to decide if these shoes are right for you.
Exactly.
So we'll look at the design of the shoe,
Mm-hmm.
how they actually perform out in the wild,
Yeah.
what people are saying about them,
Absolutely.
and things to consider before you actually buy them.
Before you click add to cart,
Yep. Let's jump right in.
let's do it.
So first things first, design. What are we working with here?
Well, right off the bat, these shoes are made for the water.
Okay.
You got that breathable mesh upper.
Right.
So it dries super quick.
That's a good thing for a water shoe.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
And it doesn't just dry in the sun. They actually have drain holes
What?
built right into the toe guard.
Like little tiny gargoyles?
Well, not quite gargoyles.
Okay.
Yeah, little holes so that water can actually escape.
So if I'm out kayaking,
Mm-hmm.
a little splash happens,
Yeah.
my feet are not going to be sopping wet the rest of the day.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, and on top of that, they got this super thin sole,
How thin are we talking?
only 5.5 millimeters.
That's pretty thin.
It is.
Wow.
But don't think it's flimsy
Okay.
because it also has these 3.5 millimeter lugs for traction.
Whoa. Hold on. Lugs?
Lugs, yeah.
Like on a hiking boot?
Yeah, like on a hiking boot.
Okay, so is this a water shoe or a trail shoe?
Ah, that's the cool part.
Hey.
They're kind of both.
Ah.
The lugs give you grip on wet rocks and like slippery surfaces,
Okay.
but the sole is still thin enough that you can feel the ground.
So they're trying to find that sweet spot between protection and barefoot.
Exactly. It's like that in-between shoe.
I see. So you're not totally disconnected from the ground like you would be with a thicker sole.
Yeah, you still get some of that ground feel, that sensory feedback.
Okay.
And to keep everything secure, you've got those speed laces.
Yeah.
And they've got a really cool inverted V strap system.
So no accidental shoe launches when I wipe out paddleboarding.
Exactly. They're designed to hug your foot and stay put no matter what you're doing.
I like that.
Yeah. And then on top of all that,
Yeah.
they're super lightweight, like only 7.2 ounces.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're lightweight, designed for water activities.
Ah,
Maybe some trail stuff too.
absolutely.
But let's get real for a second.
Okay.
All that marketing stuff sounds great.
Sure.
But how do they actually perform out in the wild?
That's the real question, right?
Let's hear what people are saying about these shoes.
Let's go to the reviews.
Let's dive in.
So when it comes to comfort, we saw some pretty strong opinions in the reviews.
Right, yeah.
Like one guy, Levon M.,
Okay.
said these shoes felt like wearing socks.
Really?
He even wears them around town for errands.
So they passed the everyday comfort test.
They do for him, at least.
Pretty impressive for a shoe that's made for more active stuff.
Yeah, you'd think they might be a little more hardcore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then on the flip side,
Yeah.
you got Randall M.,
Oh.
who said the toe box was way too narrow for him.
Bummer.
Yeah.
So I guess fit is just super personal.
It really is.
What works for one person might not work for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Xero Shoes offers different widths.
That's a good question.
Or do you just really have to know your foot shape before committing?
It's probably a good idea to check the return policy just in case.
Yeah, good point.
Speaking of holding up over time,
Okay.
let's talk about durability.
Right. Durability.
So these shoes are meant for adventure, right?
Oh, they are.
So how do they do with a little wear and tear?
That's what we want to know, right?
Yeah, nobody wants their shoes falling apart mid-hike.
Nope. Sure.
What are people saying about how tough these things actually are?
We saw some folks really putting these shoes through their paces.
Oh, yeah.
Like James K.
Okay.
He said he uses them for everything.
Wow.
Gym outdoor adventures.
Really?
You name it.
That's pretty versatile.
Yeah. I was really impressed with how versatile they were.
So for some people, they're definitely holding up across different activities.
It seems like it.
But were there any reviews where it was like, oh, this is a red flag?
There were a few.
Oh, no.
Yeah, one review from Laura M.
Okay.
said that her pair failed after only 6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
That's not very long.
And in the same spot, too.
Oh, no.
And get this.
Yeah.
She said she had the same issue with a different pair of Xero shoes.
Ooh. That makes you wonder if there's a weak point somewhere. Right.
in the construction.
Yeah. Is there like a common point of failure for these shoes?
Especially if you're using them a lot. 6 months isn't that long.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
It does make you think twice about their long-term durability for
Yeah.
sure.
Is it a common issue with these Aqua X Sports, or was she just unlucky?
It's hard to say based on just the reviews.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something to keep in mind.
Okay, so we've got mixed reviews on comfort
Right.
and some question marks about durability.
Yeah, for sure.
But what about that versatility we talked about?
Oh, yeah.
How are people actually using these shoes in their daily lives?
Well, it seems like some people are practically living in these things.
Really?
Like Andrew M.
Okay.
He uses them for hiking
Okay.
and just like running around town.
See, that's what I'm curious about. Are they actually comfortable enough
Yeah.
for all-day wear?
Seems like it.
Okay.
And it's not just him. Jeff P. wears them at the gym
Okay.
for workouts and even at the office.
Wow. People are finding ways to work them into their routines.
They are.
That's cool.
It's pretty impressive.
It's like the do-it-all shoe, maybe?
Yeah, maybe they live up to the hype.
But before we get too carried away,
Okay.
what are some potential downsides we got to consider?
Yeah, no shoe is perfect.
Yeah, what are the downsides?
Oh, remember that super thin sole we talked about?
The 5.5 millimeter one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great for ground feel, but
Yeah.
it doesn't offer a whole lot of cushioning.
Okay, so if I'm going for a hike on a really rocky trail
Yeah.
with lots of sharp edges and stuff,
I don't know about that.
yeah, you'd be feeling every little pebble.
You probably want something with a little more protection for that kind of terrain.
Right. That's trade-off, isn't it?
It is.
Between feeling connected to the ground
Yeah,
and protecting your feet.
for sure.
Okay, what else?
And that breathable mesh,
Yeah, it's great.
well, it might not be so great when it gets cold out.
It's not the best for those winter hikes.
Probably not. Or like frosty morning runs.
Unless you want frozen toes.
Yeah, no thanks.
And then, of course, there's the durability concerns.
Right. Laura's review and a few others mentioned sole separation,
Yeah.
mesh tearing.
Yeah. It's tough to know how widespread those issues are,
Yeah.
but it's definitely something to keep in mind.
So it sounds like it really comes down to what you're going to be using these shoes for
It does.
and what your priorities are.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's sum it all up.
All right.
What's the verdict on the Xero Shoes Aqua X Sport?
Well, they're a unique shoe.
Yeah.
They've got a lot to offer if you're looking for something lightweight, breathable, lets you feel the ground. And if you're mainly using them for water activities or smoother trails,
Yeah.
they could be a great option.
Especially if you really value that barefoot feel.
Exactly.
And you want a shoe that can transition from water to land. But if you need a lot of cushioning,
Yeah.
if you're going to be wearing them in colder weather
Yeah.
or you're worried about the durability,
You might want to look at some other shoes.
probably a good idea.
So it all depends on the person and their needs.
It really does.
Well, all right, so for our listeners out there who've been with us on this deep dive into the Aqua X Sport,
Yeah.
what's the one thing they should take away from all of this?
I think the takeaway is do your research.
Okay.
Think about your needs and what you're going to be using the shoes for. And don't be afraid to try something new.
Yeah.
These shoes might be the perfect fit for you.
They might.
Or they might not.
Yeah.
But hopefully this has given you all the info you need to make that decision for yourself.
Couldn't said it better myself.
Right.
And hey, if you do end up getting a pair of these Aqua X Sports,
Yeah.
let us know what you think.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, your experience might even help someone else out
It could.
who's trying to decide what shoes to get.
Absolutely.
Well, that about wraps it up for this deep dive.
It does.
Thanks for joining us as we explored the Xero Shoes Aqua X Sport.
It was fun. We'll catch you next time.
See ya!